Hi guys, all right, so we're back. Let me... I'm gonna get something to drink. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, so let's see. A's feelings. What's your connection with A, Bonnie? Is this like an angst? Is it like no communication? Because I got a deck for that. Oh, Heather. Okay, well, you can post your question. X. Okay, let's see. Flower girl, no communication. Okay, so let's see. For each of your mans. Okay. So for Flower Girl, I think it's Flower Girl, right? Were you the first one? Because I'm kind of getting you and Bonnie mixed up. Yeah, Flower Girl. So what is A's feelings towards Flower Girl? Let's see what comes through here. Too good to be true. He feels like it's unrealistic. He feels like it's too good to be true. Like he may have like started to text something, but then like he just felt like he didn't know exactly what he wanted, so maybe he left you on red or something like that, or no delay. Does that resonate? Okay, Gypsy, what's your first question? You're welcome. Aries feelings. Do you want to do this one first? You want to? Which one do you want first? This one or this one? This one? Okay, we'll see. Let's get the kind of one out of the way here. Let's see, what's the Aries feelings towards Gypsy? I would say I'm a professional. I just like to dig. I like to dig. So let's see. What's the Aries overall feelings towards Gypsy? Emotional static, hard to read signals, mixed messages, inconsistent energy. You first. I knew that was going to come up. When I saw this card in this deck, I thought about you. I knew it was going to come up. Yeah, so he's got warm flashes, but emotional mismatch of strategy, intentions hidden the gaps, selective honesty. Yeah, so he feels like he's like giving mixed signals. Maybe not being completely authentic with partial transparency. He's waiting for you to act first. I knew that was going to come through. I knew that was going to come through. You go. You first. Yeah, he's waiting for you to make first move. Let's see. What's the Aries energy towards Gypsy? Ah. He may feel like it's hard to read signals. I don't know. He's What is the Aries overall energy towards Gypsy? Trauma bond. You bonded over pain, not peace. Now you're mistaking shared wounds for compatibility. Huh. Interesting. So he may feel like hot and cold. Yeah. He's hot and cold. Yeah, look, he feels like real love doesn't leave you confused. You deserve consistency, not the chaos of running which version of them you'll get today. So you may feel like you might have been hot and cold, but his energy towards you is hot and cold. But there is this energy of like open heart here. Together you're unlocking new levels of intimacy because real love begins when the walls come down, but then settling. You're not content. You're convinced this is the best you'll ever get. If you knew something was better was coming, would you still stay? So it's almost like this. He's kind of crazy right now, Gypsy. His overall energy is kind of like he's coming from this really wounded place. Yeah, he's coming from like this really wounded place. Let's see, why is he not responding? Why is the Aries not responding to Gypsy? I would, Gypsy. Why is the Aries not responding to Gypsy? Mixed priorities, different timelines, goals not aligned, one invests, one delays. He's almost edge of yes. He's on the edge of yes. 1 foot in. He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like he wants to respond. I think he almost did. Almost gesture. Nearly showing care. Effort stopped midway. Compliment trap. Flattery with expectation. Emotional bait. He feels like, you sent it's not really emotional bait, but I guess if you're like trying to get like just be like shot, I guess kind of more kind of blunt about it with no not a big panoramic view of the situation. I guess it could be seen as that. But he feels like you two are on different timelines. He's got mixed priorities. Like he almost did. Mhm. Yeah, that's Aquarius. Well, you are Aquarius. Looks like he almost did. So is he going to? One invest, you invest, he's delaying. He feels like you two aren't aligned. He's dealing with some really like stuff here. Yeah, but you also got to consider this deck too. So, is he going to communicate with Gypsy? There's trust issues. He's got trust issues. He feels like you two are mismatched. There's codependency. I think he's a bit codependent. He does feel like you have common interest. And at times he does see a future, but I think he's a bit codependent. I think he has trust issues here. You say you want closeness, but you're scanning for betrayal. Remember what you were saying? Like he's like looking for something. Are you really protecting yourself? You just pushing them further away. So he's pushing you away. Your puzzle pieces from two different boxes. No matter how hard you try, you just don't fit. He feels like there's mismatched energy here. It's stemming from his trust issues. It's stemming from his trust issues, Gypsy. So what's going to happen between them moving forward here? Huh, okay. What catalyst? This first may be a catalyst. What if this connection isn't meant to last but help you prepare for the one that is? Huh. I think you two are going to grow because of this connection. Wrong reasons. Validation, safety, timing, status. What is this relationship really built on? If it's not love, it won't last. I think you're both meant to grow from this. And I know you hate hearing that because people say it a lot, but it's true. I do see breakup talk here, but you have opposites aligned. So it's interesting. There is a bit of a mismatch here. So maybe he's doing you a bit of a favor. Let's see. Opposites align. They bring what you lack and you offer what they need. This is the beautiful alchemy of complementary energies. So there could be connecting. But then there's breakup talk. If every argument ends with a breakup ultimatum, you're not resolving anything. You're just reinforcing instability. So that could be coming from him. And coming from you, maybe setting boundaries. But then you have spiritual match. Your energy fields are in tune. Calling each other home. Together, you amplify each other's light. Huh. It's weird. Out of all these, you have like 4 kind of shadow cards. You only have 2 good ones. And like he's kind of, I don't know. He might be like this kind of wounded bird. Heather. And he might be like a bit of a wounded bird. He's got a broken wing or something. And it looks like he's a catalyst. Let's see what comes after. Mutual effort, common interest. You may, there could be mutual effort in the future where you're finding like common interests, shared passions, mutual hobbies. It's easy to bond when your words naturally overlap. When your worlds naturally overlap. I was about to say, what does that mean? When your worlds naturally overlap. There could be some sort of reconnection here, but I think this person is like a catalyst, though. He's kind of putting on a little bit of a show here. He's considering reaching out, though. He feels like it might be too good to be true. He's considering reaching out. It's like he wants this guy emperor here. Seeing the dots, no message sent. He is... feels like he's got to really protect himself, and he's reacting in like this like where he's got a put on the show like here. Let's see what comes through with this one. So what do you want Gypsy to know? Just go about your daily life, you know? The daily to-do list. Go about your daily life. Yeah, kind of like maybe just go about your daily life, find your groove. Maybe cleanse your energy of this and kind of decompress. They're saying decompress, have guilt-free downtime, self-soothing, some sort of self-soothing exercise that you like to do. It's kind of like just going about your daily life. Yeah. That's what it's saying. You know, do your grocery shopping, wash the dishes, go on an adventure, maybe have a little bit of escape to decompress. Yeah, connect with your community and have a little quiet retreat. Maybe go to the gym, work it out, you know, get it out of you. This is like your deck or something. This deck reminds me of you, especially the gem and stuff. And they're all doing stuff. You're always doing something. So you want to ask about the Libra next? Oh, that's going to be interesting with these cards. I'm going to see who's going. So let's see if I can get timing. So what's the timing on, where's my other deck here? So what's the timing on when the Aries will reach out and communicate with Gypsy? Yeah, Gypsy, you can. Yeah, we can. What's the timing on when the Aries will reach out and communicate with Gypsy? Hey, Sully. 6. I don't know. I do see him responding, but that's like, I guess we are technically in the winter. I don't think it's going to be 6 years. What's the timing? Like days? Most likely. Or weeks. About 3 weeks. But I don't know. You have to take it with a grain of salt there. Is it still going to be winter in 3 weeks? We're kind of getting, yeah, I guess it is. It's till May. No timing. Okay, so the Libra. You want to look at these? These have like some good ones in there. See, what's the Libra's overall energy towards Gypsy? Domestic bliss. There's beauty in the ordinary when it's with the right person. Folding laundry, making coffee, or doing nothing at all. It all feels like home. So you feel very like home, like at home to him. He does feel like there's long distance, but you are a part of his chosen family, he feels. But there could be a third energy that's kind of creating distance. The distance creates doubt and kind of distorts things. But yeah, so this is nice. Yeah, you've created your own definition of family, and this love feels like home in every way that matters. But the third party could be the distance. So he does feel like you feel like home. You're like chosen family to him. So he has a soft spot for you. That's nice. He does feel like there's a little bit of a loop going on between you two. I think it's the painful past, like what happened in the past, but he does feel securely attached to you, though. He feels like you two have some sort of shared um, connection, like this, you feel like home. But I think he still kind of feels the challenge of the past here. The history between you is heavy, and neither of you knows how to put it down. You're trying to build a future while still bleeding from the past. Yeah, so I think the heaviness, but he is like feels securely attached to you. No push pull, no guessing games. This is what it feels like to be loved by someone emotionally available, consistent, and attuned. Yeah, when you're on the same mission, you're not distracting each other from purpose. You're helping each other fulfill it. So he's supportive of you. He does feel like you're going to be in his life for a long time, but he does feel like there's kind of like this heaviness is hard to break out of, I think, from the past. Yeah. How does he see Gypsy? Libra. Afraid to leave. Like you want mutual effort. Like you might be a bit of avoidant at times. Like you keep your distance to feel safe. But it does feel like there's an alignment with you. Like you complement each other in a way. And there is like, you do check in. You do put in the work. Like there's mutual effort. But you don't want to let go of the connection. That's how he sees you. Even though he may be kind of avoidant at times. And it's like you're wanting mutual effort, but like you don't want to completely abandon the situation. What's his intentions with Gypsy? Libra. He does feel a pressure. Oh, best friend, that's nice. I thought about you and him when I saw this card too. Yeah, so he does like, his intention is to be of support, have new adventures with you. He does feel like this friend. He does feel this, but he feels like pressure though. And he may feel like, I don't know if he feels like other energies are involved too. Says this relationship isn't between the two of you anymore. Too many outside voices are shaping what should be private. So I don't know. Because I think you do connect like on other people's lives and stuff like that, right? But I think he feels like, I think pressure here, because he does like, he does want to connect, but I think sometimes he feels pressured too. He does feel chemistry. And there is love there. But he doesn't want to lose himself here. But sometimes he does feel like pressured to connect. I think because you two did have those moments together. And he does still feel the chemistry between you two. Hey, Mia. He would like a secure attached connection. That's what he would like to happen. He does feel like there's silent treatment. And maybe some trust is still shaky, but he would like to talk to you. Like he would like to have a secure attachment. Like he would like a mental connection to you. Because you do keep him intellectually stimulated. But like he wants secure attachment. Like he doesn't want silent treatment or jealousy because of it. He wants to create like some sort of security where there's still like, because he does hold a special place for you. Do you feel like home to him? Like there's this family feel? You're like chosen family to him? But like he does feel like this pressure at times, and he wants like more secure attachment where there's no jealousy or wanting to control or anything like that. Yeah, that's the painful past. Yeah, because he does feel familiarity with you, and he does want to be a safe space and communicate, but at times he feels pressured to. And I think, there's still that history that feels heavy, you know? Yeah, these are new. This is where is it? I can't remember what it's called. Something like, I don't know, where's the box? True or false flame. Yeah, the painful past is like you two more aligned, really. Like they're wanting to start a new beginning, but there's bickering about it. Yeah, because like he wasn't communicating, right? Like y'all weren't on the same page. So what's his next action? Yeah, he does feel like like you did bond over challenges. He's not ready to settle down, but he does want to inspire you. He's like supporting you. A trauma bond. Let's see this. Where there is temporary temporary communication and then unspoken expectations. And he is tempted. Um, rules unsaid but required, emotional pressure. Yeah, it's like emotional pressure. Burst of effort, then decline. Yeah, that's kind of like his. That's kind of like his. What's the word I'm looking for? He's kind of go to where there's like burst of effort, then decline, and then emotional pressure. So it's like communication, and then like you're expecting more, but it's not. It's like it's kind of not like that though. He's tempted. Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of like that's his. What's the word I'm looking for? His like. I don't know. It'll come to me. Yeah, like his go-to action. His Did you send it on Cash App, Mia? No, I don't see it. Did you send it just to Taylor Divination? It's just Taylor Divination. Let me refresh. Yeah, no. It's like he does feel like this bond to you, like you feel like family, but he feels still that heaviness. He wants secure attachment. And he may respond. It may be like he may respond or something like that, but he may not meet your expectation of having like talking every day or back and like a lot of back and forth, you know. But he does have like you do have a soft spot in his heart, you know, still. But I think he's holding on, holding back, you know. See, why is he having a hard time letting it go? He considers reaching out. I don't know. He considers. Because of tug of war feelings. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, Mia. Anything else you want to know? Yeah, your advice is non-attachment to communication, yeah. And do some introspection. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Oh, you did? You might have to reword it. It's not showing up for some reason. Oh, I see it now. I see it. What do I need to change as a myself? Let's see. Where am I gonna get that? Hold on. Maybe here. Let's see. What does Gypsy need to work on or change within herself to stop? I don't know what you can do about attracting these people, but let's see. Stop attracting these types of men. Time to evolve. Better boundaries. Yeah. Better boundaries. It's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective that you chose much of this before you incarnated is needed. This releases the victimhood mentality. So get out of the victimhood mentality, like it's something that is outside of you or something like that. Or it's like, oh, this always happens to me. Like they don't want you in that type of mentality, to get out of that mentality, because that can be something that you're attracting. Like I always attract these type of men, kind of saying that to yourself. Like I always attract these type of men, you know. It's saying, and this releases a victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret the situation hinges on your growth or not. So it depends on like how you interpret. But it's kind of like just need better boundaries. It's time to release old conditioning and to step into the new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame, and guilt need to move out. Take inventory what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry, and load what's been weighing you down. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Yeah. That's like getting out of that victim mentality. Choosing to heal this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. And creating boundaries requires self-love and discipline. It's not about shutting people out or being unkind. It is about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good. Clear communication is needed to keep your boundaries intact. So I think it's about releasing, especially how you're communicating to yourself about your perspective on situation, getting out that victimhood mentality, making decision to move past it and release this blame, shame, guilt. So you can release the emotional attachment to the situation, to the pattern that's repeating. What's the year of the fire horse? Hey, Melody, just let me know. Oh, Gypsy. That happens. Like, it's easy to, like, when something repeats and we're just like, God, what is, I always attract, what I mean? It's like, it's common. It's kind of like it's very easy to do. Okay, Melody, what's your question? You're welcome. Year like this year. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. So what is Sergeant Parrish's yeah. I think it's really about what you're speaking. But yeah, yeah, that too. You're welcome. What is Sergeant Parrish's feelings for Melody? Let's see. Like right now? Dream team. He feels like you're like a power couple. You don't compete, you combine, and together you're a force to be reckoned with. So it feels like you're a power couple. He feels like you two are healing together. He does feel some pressure. I don't know about from family or just outside forces, maybe in terms of his job. But he feels like you both are showing up, you're both putting in the work and doing what it takes to make things thrive. Um, even though the military is kind of a part of the equation, he also feels like that's a part of the equation that makes you two a power couple. Let's see, what is Parrish's overall energy towards Melody? Yeah. He's kind of addicted. He feels like you two have common interests. It could be like the sensual connection. His overall energy towards you is he's kind of like you two are mirroring like common interests, but you may be connecting for not necessarily wrong reasons, but not reasons to like sustain a real genuine commitment. But I think there's a little bit of like addiction to like I guess essential aspects. This is like the devil. But he feels like you two are on the same page in regards to that. Yeah, it's kind of like the devil, but like he does feel like you two have a spark. It's like he doesn't want to lose his identity. But he feels like there's no guessing. Like it's pretty you two have been pretty communicative about what this connection is. So he feels pretty secure in like the kind of connection based on like sex and uh that type of mutual interest that way. How does he see Melody? Parrish. Is he just someone that he's growing with? Like you're kind of accepting situation that there's distance between you two, but that you two are still growing in your fields of interest. like in your military career, like you're both growing. He feels like you inspire him, you inspire each other to reach higher versions of yourself. But he sees you growing and he's growing as well. It's kind of like Two of Cups. He does feel connection to you. It's kind of like you're his guilty pleasure in a way. How does melody inspire him? Not to open up, to become more intimate, to become more like closer, like to open up emotionally. Kind of like let down his walls. Let's see, what would Parrish like to happen between him and Melody? Yeah, he feels like he doesn't want to lose himself because he's got like painful experiences where he lost himself and his connections. Like he does feel connection and he wants to maintain like some sort of healthy routine. He doesn't want to lose himself because I think he's got painful memories of like losing himself in connection. But he would like to have, like, it says you've created your own definition of family, and this love feels like home in every way that matters. So he would like to feel comfortable with you, to feel like you're home, where there's no drama. Because I think he's had some issues like from the past. Amazon, they're where's the? It's these. That's because I be digging on there. I dig. Yeah. So how things going to progress moving forward between Sergeant Parrish and Melody? This lack of real commitment, but I do see like there's still like there's a connection there, but there could be like kind of silence between you two. This person can be a catalyst. But I do see like a sense of familiarity. Like I do see like you two connecting and kind of picking up where you left off. But there's still lack of real commitment here. There could be some jealousy, maybe because there's a lack of commitment. But I think after a period of reflection, you're trying to get on the same page with this person. Yeah, because you feel connection. And you feel like there's a lot of alignment, but there's no real commitment. Yeah. I think I think it's like I'm feeling like it's mostly yours. It's not really jealousy. It's more like a desire for something more. Yeah, you feel like time's running out and growing apart. Like you don't want to settle for the wrong person just because the timing feels urgent, but like yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. I don't think it's really like jealousy. I think it's more like a desire for something more. So you gotta be kind of careful with that, especially if like there's an understanding between you two about what this connection is. I'm not saying it can't grow into something more, but hey, Melissa. I put in like Oracle. Sometimes I put in like Oracle love, or if I'm looking for a specific like career or something like that. Like that's what I put in. And I just kind of start digging. Like you'll see a lot of the same ones you've seen a million times. You just gotta dig. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. Okay, Mia, what's your question? You can, Sully. Yeah, I think they're like 17 or something like that. Yeah, right, Melody, yeah. Yeah, like you feel like maybe you're getting older, or maybe you're like wanting to settle down, you're feeling a bit antsy. No, no, don't look too much into it. Let's see. How does Nani current feelings for Mia? I feel like you could be wanting more. What is Nani's feelings for Mia currently? Let's see. Nani's current feelings for Mia. She does feel like there's challenges there. I think, it says as a child you never saw a healthy love model. That's why real intimacy feels confused or even dangerous. So she came from like a broken home. And I think she's realizing, that that's playing a factor. But I think she's trying to reparent herself. She does feel a familiarity with you, and you do inspire her to become the highest version of herself, to grow. Because I think she's recognizing, it's like it feels confusing right now. Yeah. So she's trying to heal, reparent herself. Because she does feel this connection with you. It feels very familiar to her, and she wants to grow with you. But I think she's feeling a bit scared, confused, you know? Let's see, Sully. Does Phil want to reconnect with Sully? Yeah, she does. With that past life, she does. But I think she doesn't know what to make of her emotions because she doesn't know what real love, intimacy, and stuff looks like. So she's like, she doesn't know. It's like new territory for her. Let's see, does Phil want to reconnect with Sully? Silent treatment. He's withholding. You know, he does feel that, you know, that there's differences between you two, but you do agree on some of his non-negotiables. Like there is core values, right, that you share that he may find is like healing for the connection. You could be on the same page with a lot of things. I think he feels like there's potential, but there's like he's not going to take any action. He's not saying anything. Yeah, right, Mia. Yeah. Let's see, for steady witches, will steady witches crack medical exam? Will steady witches pass medical exam? Yeah, I like them too. These are a little shadowy, but there's not like, there's one light card in there, that whole deck. Will steady witches pass medical exam? Teamwork. With teamwork. Yeah, I think so. You might have to maybe do some more research online, work with other people here, but I think there's potential for you to, yeah. But it may require you to kind of learn from other people, connect with other people. It's going to require some sort of like collaborative effort. Let's see, does T the Virgo actually miss Little Light? I think there's like other energies here. He is open, like, he does feel like you two have a lot in common, and he does see you, like, he does feel connection. But I think there's, like, other energies here that's, like, occupying him. You have third party. So he could be, like, connecting with other people, like a best friend or something like that, that's kind of keeping him company. This I can use these for you, Tia, because the Pisces is being kind of silent. Let's see what comes through with this deck. How's the Pisces feeling currently for Tia? Message unsent, typed then deleted, hesitation. Yeah, so I think he's, like, started to message you, but then he deleted it. Words held back for safety. I think he's, like, scared of expressing himself. Yeah, he does feel like there is this push-pull cycle, like, he feels close, then he pulls back. He feels close, and then he pulls back. He has, like, attention swings. It's, like, an unsteady. And I feel like he's kind of focusing on other things. It says competing for their focus. So I think he's, like, focusing on other things here. Value decided by availability. Like, he feels like he doesn't have time, he doesn't have space. Like, he feels like the timing like, it's not a good time, like, the timing's off. Out of sync. So I think he started to message you, like, he feels like this pull to message you, but he feels like at the time it's not the right time. Like, I think he's got, other priorities kind of taking up a lot of his time or his focus currently. Let's see, would Gemini X call and apologize this week? Listen. You're welcome. New adventures. This for the chemistry, a bit of a power struggle here. Will the Gemini call and apologize to Melissa next week or this week? He's overthinking. Fear of fast replies. Pressure. He feels pressured. He's emotionally overthinking. He's got some anxiety. It's maybe. Maybe. There are 2 backpacks here, so maybe. Okay, Melody, just let me know. Yeah, you can let me know what your free question is. You're welcome. Yeah, Mia, let's see. Okay. So, show me yes. Okay, it's a big yes. Okay, show me no. Okay. Is Nani afraid to lose Mia because she thinks Mia's the one? I get a yes. I get a yes for that. Okay, Melody, what's your question? Have to leave here soon. You're welcome, Melissa. Let me go ahead and close the free list. Okay, little light. Let me pin this. Now, I'll probably go live again. It'll be from my car, though, tonight. Maybe I'll bring this deck. You're welcome, Mia. Aw. Does Sergeant Parrish feel like time is running out because Melody is deploying? Let's do. I have so many decks over here, and I'm going to get more. Jesus, someone stop me. Someone stop me, please. Not until I get these other decks. Let's see. So the yes or no that's on the card, does Sergeant Parrish feel like time is running out because Melody is deploying? Yes. Yeah, he feels a bit insecure about situation. He's a bit guarded about it, like he's waiting. He's waiting for that ball to drop, yeah. So yeah, he does. Okay, Sally, I can get you after a little light. Yeah, because he's got some, he knows that you're going to be, yeah, that you're going, there's going to be distance between you two. And he's going to have to try to maintain the connection despite the distance. The star could be distance. Yeah, you tell him everything's going to be okay. So how's it going to be between Melody and Parrish when she does go to Poland? Yeah, you probably won't talk as much. Yeah, that's the broken home. There's separation. There's still chemistry, but there's power struggle because of the distance. So you may not be talking as much. Yeah, it's gonna feel like you're kind of in this cycle here. You have common interest with sensual energy, but the distance is kind of like creating this kind of loop of silence, like lack of really connecting because of distance. But there's understanding of the business partner that it is a part of career. Behind closed doors, like, you could start to get kind of, nervous about situation with trust issues and maybe, like, connecting, like, maybe with not, sincerity of commitment, like, it says wrong reasons, but it's just your own preference. Like, if you're wanting just a sex-based connection, that's your prerogative. But I feel like there's an understanding, like, this is kind of, like, how things are, like, with military, and it's gonna be kind of silent. There could be some little concerns because maybe trust issues but it's like understanding that there's no grounds to because there's no agreement in such a way. I think it's both. I think it's both. It's both. Shared. Yeah, it's both. But yeah, so I mean, it makes sense, yeah. You just may not talk as much, and you definitely won't connect physically, right? Because there's that distance, and it could trigger some things emotionally. But there's this kind of understanding of of what's been agreed upon in the connection. That's kind of like helping to accept the situation, accept the distance as of right now. Okay, little lights. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think you're allowed to date in the army. Like as far as like Melody, as far as I understand from Melody, like you can marry, but you can't date, which is kind of weird. You can be married, but you can't just date someone. Yeah, right. Which is weird, but oh, you can date? Oh, okay. I thought you weren't allowed to. Yeah, let's see. So what is to the Virgo's like overall energy towards little light? This distance between them, this winter break. God, this deck would be so much cooler if it had like light messages in there too, but it's all right. Let it go. Let's see. What is to the Virgo's overall energy towards little light during this winter break? I think he's thinking about like work. Like he does feel like, you two are opposites, but you have some things in common. Like maybe he feels like, there's this connection like verbally between you two. But he may have this overall energy where there's like mismatched energy. And it can't be because like his overall energy towards you now is painful past. And so maybe that's involving work. Like the work is the painful past and thinking of you reminds him of that. Could also be like he's had painful past in the past and with connections, which we all have. But he does feel like there's like you two are opposite, but you do have things in common, like in terms of communication, But he may feel like though you do have things in common, like he may feel like, there's like you're from two different worlds. Yeah, right. But he sees you at work, right? So it's like when he thinks of you, he still thinks of work. Can be that. I think there's still that ice between you two. Why does he feel like there's a mismatch? Yeah. Why does he feel like there's mismatch? Because maybe you two want two different things, or you're coming from two different worlds or something here. Like because what came through before, right? Like he's not ready to settle down. So, like you can picture you two together, but he may feel like he's not desiring that as of right now, and it can be because of his past, um, or because he feels like he doesn't have time or space for it right now in his life. I think that's you. There's like it's hot and cold energy. It's like there's avoidant energy. It can be silent. Like sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold. And that is the feminine there watching the masculine kind of walk away. It's like inconsistent, you know? So I feel like it's you that's desiring like more. And I think he's kind of more detached. Is he thinking at all about Little Light during this distance time apart? Is he thinking? Has he thought about Little Light? The Virgo? Yeah, he's thought about you. Yeah, maybe about how, like, it's kind of challenging. Like, there's still kind of avoidance. There's still ice between you two. Yeah, he's thought about you. Fantasy. This lets me know that he's thought about you. He's trying to figure out how to break the ice. He's thinking about how to break the tension, the ice between you two. He's thought about you, but he's thinking about how to break the ice. Like there's ice, there's tension between you two. Not saying like bad tension doesn't have to be arguments or anything like that, but there's ice between you two still. Like it doesn't just kind of flow, easy flow, you know? Yeah, so what would he like to happen between him and Little Light, the Virgo? To kind of get out of the... He does feel like the chemistry, like he does feel chemistry, but at times he feels like the chemistry is off. Like you two are growing apart. Like you work together, but you're kind of growing apart. Yeah, he's wanting to break that ice. Yeah. Find some sort of common interest with you. Yeah, you missed it again. Yeah, subscribe so you know when I go live. I go live different random times. So... Yeah. That's what I'm getting there, Little Light. He does want to break the ice, find some sort of common interest, something you two can talk about and bond over, because he wants to find that relief of that tension. I think that's what he's thinking about. That could be part of this too, the ice. Because sometimes he feels the chemistry, sometimes he doesn't. It's hot and cold. He does feel like there's mixed matched, because like maybe he senses something that maybe you're wanting more connection. And but there's like, I don't know, like he's uncertain about that. That came through before for him. Why does he feel like it's difficult to break separate the eyes. Uh, intent unspoken, emotional transaction. On red. Yeah, like there's temporary intention, like almost saying something or withdrawing, like walking away, like saying hello or something and walking away. Like it's not sustained. There's like no sustaining of communication. It's like there's a friendly approach and some sort of transaction, but it's like either some sort of silent acknowledgement or there's like delay or it's received but not replied. It's like there's no back and forth. Yeah, that's what he feels. Okay, Sully. Yeah, I think so. It's in Little Outside's in best interest to make a move towards the Virgo. It's better to know than not know. Yeah, take a risk. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Better to know than not know. Pisces thoughts and feelings towards you. Okay, let's see. What is the Pisces overall energy towards Sully? You're welcome. He's being silent. He does feel like you two, you know, found some sort of conflict resolution. And that, you two have overcome challenge. But he does feel like there's like kind of stuck in this loop of silence. What is the Pisces thoughts in regards to Sully? He does think like you two could make a good power couple. Like he may feel that, like I think he thinks like you were a catalyst in a lot of his life, and like maybe it looked picture perfect on the outside, but behind closed doors, like the connection started unraveling. But he does think that you're like a safe space. Like you don't judge him. You kind of listen. You hold space, and like he thinks like when things are challenging or start unraveling, like there's a safe space where you two can communicate to work it out. Let's see, what is Pisces' feelings for Sully? I am actually, yeah. I think I got time. What is Pisces' feelings for Sully? Hot and cold. Sometimes he's hot, sometimes he's cold. He does feel like, it says this love has weathered storms and you're still sailing. That says more than any picture perfect moment ever could. So, like, he still even though there's challenges, he still has feelings for you. He feels like, you're chosen part of his connections that feels comfortable to him. He feels like you 2, have shared visions, maybe even when it comes to children, or, like, he still feels like there's potential. This is like baby. But he does feel kinda hot and cold, like, sometimes he's hot, sometimes he's cold, in regards to situation, like, sometimes he's like, "Yes, we can make this work." Other times he's cold, he's, like, focusing on other things, kinda like 8 of Cups here. What is the Pisces' intentions with, Sully? He does intend Yeah, he does feel the chemistry between you 2, sexual chemistry. He does feel the spark. His intention is to, like, open up his heart here and create some healthy habits in his life. Create, like, healthy habits, a healthier lifestyle to upgrade his body, mind, and spirit. Yeah, you're proof that love doesn't have to get in the way of success. With the right person, it fuels it. So his intention is to kind of, like, you don't get in the way of whatever he's got going on, career, business, but it's like maybe you inspire him in some ways to open up his heart, to create healthier habits, maybe, to have better work-life balance. You know? Let's see how this reads. Yeah, it's like intentions with you, but it's like involving because he's so career focused. It's like involving he's really focused on himself, right? Because his overall energy towards you is silent treatment. But like his hot and cold energy, like this hot, him thinking that you two make a good team because like you don't get in the way of his success. Um, So since his overall energy is being quiet, he's mostly focused on his career and stuff like that, but, like, the feelings he has for you doesn't interfere with it, and his intentions is to feel the passion, kind of open up his heart a little bit more, and start to create healthier habits. He's focused on his money and stuff, his business. How does he see Sully? Pisces. Yeah, he sees you someone where there was challenges with yeah, that, like, maybe you thought that you 2 there was trust issues in the connection between you 2. Like, he feels like maybe you thought he was just a catalyst and that, you had this fantasy, but it's like there was trust issues and you may have felt like you were settling, but he still sees you as someone that sees him as also someone that, he feels like home to you too, like, he feels familiar to you too, though you 2 aren't together. And I don't know if you had a difficult childhood growing up, and I don't know if he knows about that. If he does, then he sees you, like, I think with more empathy, if that's the case. Like, he's kind of understanding. Like, maybe there's challenges because maybe you came from broken home or you were confused about the connection. Yeah, so that's how he sees so he has empathy in regards to that, like, he says as a child you never saw healthy love modeled. That's why real intimacy feels confusing or even dangerous. So it's like he's kind of understanding um, of that. But I think he does feel like good that you kind of chose like you're choosing your family, like choosing those you surround yourself with. And he does feel like he's one of those people that you feel comfortable around, which is good. So what's his next action towards Sully? Oh, he's kind of using this as fuel. It's like you are like a guilty pleasure, but I don't think he's like ready to settle down. I think he's using this to inspire him. Like he's uncertain like if this connection was meant to last or not. So I think he's using it as inspiration because again, to fuel his business, to fuel his success drive, his ambition drive. But he does think like you two are at odds with each other, that you've kind of made peace, you know? I think there's still interest there. I think he's really focused on career and he's not saying anything. Overall, considering that, you two have spoken once and like how long, you know? I think overall it's makes sense. And it's not bad. Like I like this. I even like this because like his overall energy is being silent, though there's still feeling there. It's just he's not engaging with it all the time, but he does feel like you two made peace. He's understanding of your situation and how things transpired and why they transpired and all of that, you know? So it's not bad. It's not bad. It feels like it's to be expected, you know? It feels like a mature response, you know? Like he thinks positive. I think you two connecting that time and having closure and kind of, you know, having a healthy connection and just kind of apologizing each other, kind of making peace, made a big impression on him. I think he still thinks like you two, hey, that was nice, you know. Okay, Ashley. Hey, Mika. Yeah, you're welcome. I am Ashley. Hope you're doing good too. Hope you and the baby's like, doing beautiful, eating good food and all that. Stop spamming the chat. Oh, let me time this person out. I think they're gonna keep spamming here. Okay, let's see. Let's use this new deck. So what is Kay's overall energy towards Ashley? I know, right? What is Kay's overall energy towards Ashley? Oh, that's good. What is Kay's overall energy towards Ashley? Aw, yeah, dream team. He feels like you two like power couple. Yeah, he may feel like you two had bickering, but there's like sexual chemistry. It feels like the spark is undeniable. And I don't know if if he came from a broken home or if you did or if you both did. He does feel like that's playing a part, or challenges in the connection, that can be in regards to what happened, with the cheating or whatever. Uh, and it was causing challenges, but I think he feels like, you two are his overall energy is wanting to come together to team up with you, not be a rival, but to be a partner to you, which is nice. What is Kay's feelings for Ashley? Yeah, he feels like you two are getting on the same page here. Aw, he does feel like maybe there's not that it was bad sex, but maybe there was like kind of like the chemistry was off between you two, but that you two made up. You know, he feels like you're not only his companion, but like a best friend to him. He feels like he could spend hours doing nothing with you and still call it a good day. Just being with you feels good, which is nice. He feels the spark again. There's attraction again. There's a lot of sexual chemistry between you two, and that may have taken a bit of a hit because of the argument, but it's back. Like that spark's back, the attraction's back. He feels like you two are getting on the same page. You have a shared purpose of like parenthood and things like that. He likes you feel comfortable to him. Like he could just sit around and just do nothing with you, and he's okay. Like it feels good. It feels comfortable. Yeah. How will things be moving forward between Ashley and Kay? How will things be moving forward between Ashley and Kay? Safe space, mismatched, fantasy. Conflict resolution. Okay, yeah, that's good. So I think reconnecting, there could be where you two talk and it kind of on similar pages and someone may go silent. But I think there's going to be action taken to resolve the conflict. Because I think there's just wanting to create this safe space where you both listen without judgment, you hold space for truth to express, but you may be kind of coming from two different viewpoints. And you may have pictured it going differently with this fantasy. But I do see conflict resolution. It's like you see potential for you two to be able to have this communication, where there's no judgment and things like that. And you don't want to lose yourself, or your power just to keep them by your side. You may feel like you're chasing the potential. It's like you want to grow together, but you may feel like right now you two maybe, though he's here, that there may be some like conflicting energies, right? Let's see, how will the talk go? I think that's talking about the talk. How will the talk go? Ashley and Kay. Okay, Sally. How will the talk go about Ashley and Kay? Yeah, I do see it going well. There might be a little bit of power struggle. Like there could be distance, but I do see you two wanting to grow together. There could be a bit of a power struggle, but I do see you finding like common ground, creating that safe space. I think you're keeping your expectations realistic and not, expecting it to go one way or another. It's like you're kind of, because his energy right now is good. I think it's gonna go well. I think you're gonna find, like, some sort of common ground to talk about, where you 2 can bond because, like, you're finding, like, a mutual ground to bridge the gap, and, together you're unlocking new levels of intimacy, because real love begins where the walls let down in domestic bliss. There's beauty in the ordinary when it's with the right person. Folding laundry, making coffee, or doing nothing at all, it all feels like home. So I do see things improving. I think you are gonna find conflict resolution. You know, you might hit some bumps along the way, but overall, this looks good. When I ask about the conversation specifically, this is all good cards. You do have, like, a bit of a power struggle here. Like, you may feel like he has more power, maybe you're tiptoeing him the other way around. But I'd still see growth happening, you know? Yeah, do yeah, aw, and there's you're embracing new adventures with the being parents. Okay. So that's playing a factor there. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Like, there may be some challenges, you know, you may feel like you're chasing, like well, that's how it's gonna be moving forward. That wasn't talking about the conversation specifically, but maybe after the conversation, you're gonna find, like, that kind of resolution. Hey, story time. So I closed the free list. I'm running short on time. I still have to get ready. I have to leave. I have to get ready, and I have to leave about 4:10. So I'm running really short on time here. But Sully. But I'll probably be live again. I'll probably go live from my car. Yeah, I hope so. Story time. Let me go ahead and pick out my clothes while Sully's typing. So I have to pick out my clothes. Let's see. Oh, there's Sully. Okay. See, why does Nader struggle in love? Okay, let's see. Let's test this here. I have another deck too, love block. So let's see. Why does Nader struggle with love? Romantic love. He overthinks emotionally. He's very like he's considering connecting with love, but he feels like it's emotional risk. And he doesn't want to open up too quickly or reveal his interest too quickly. Um, but like he does think about romantic love, but I think there's a bit of fear of getting hurt. There's like an emotional overthinking. Maybe he's got issues with like socializing, like a little bit of social anxiety or something. Let's see what's Sneeder's like blocks in love here. Yeah, he feels like it's too hard. Yeah. Like it has to be hard, like, you know, it's a struggle. And he's telling himself, like, these untrue stories about love, like, he's gotta fix them, and he can't fix them, and, you know, he's unsure if he's gonna find the right one, like, he just feels like it's gonna be a lot of work, like, it's too hard, you know? Maybe he's overthinking, and he's overthinking emotionally too. It's like doesn't want he does it's that fear of vulnerability, like, he doesn't want people to know that there's interest or, like, there's something that he feels. I think it's stemming from, like, childhood, you know? What is Nader's, like, blocks in love? Yeah, he feels unloved, you know, and it's hard because he feels like there's, like, he feels like, I don't know, he must have had bad experiences in the past where he felt like he had to fix them, or, um and it's hard to find someone where he can accept their flaws, 'cause everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Um, and there's, like, fear of commitment here, and there's unresolved anger from past that makes him a bit resentful. It's like he feels unloved. Again, that's coming from his childhood. Like, he feels like it's too hard to love and it's too hard to be loved. Like, he doesn't feel like it's easy at all. What's Nader's blocks in love? He feels a bit unworthy, and he's saying he's too busy. Again, I think he's got a little bit of social anxiety too, and there's pent-up anger. And I think, you know, yeah, he's afraid of getting close to someone. He feels unworthy of a good relationship. So maybe he's had bad experiences, and he feels, doubtful that he can find, but it's something that, like, he's gonna have to, I guess, have better boundaries and stuff like that. But says he's too busy. He also feels like he's too busy, it's too hard. He has issues with feeling worthy of love, feeling worthy of amazing connection, being vulnerable. Yeah, and he may feel like it's too risky, and he feels helpless to change his love life. Like, he feels kind of like he may have felt at one time, like love was the answer, but he realized quickly, like, the love won't solve all your problems, and he may have felt a bit victimized. This could even be stemming from childhood as well. But that's what I'm getting there. Yeah, he feels restricted. He's emotionally guarded. He fears losing upper hand or advantage. And I think he has a hard time maybe connecting socially too as well. He could have some challenges there because it requires like a bit of vulnerability. Yeah, hello. I will be live again. I'll probably go live from my car. Yeah. It feels like it's just hard to find someone that, you know, that he likes. And then I think when he does, he doesn't feel worthy. So, oh my God, did I have this unplugged the whole time? Don't tell me that. No. Oh, it's at 4%. Damn it. Hopefully it charges at least a little bit before I have to go to work. Oh my God, I can't believe I had it unplugged the whole time. Yeah, maybe it's maybe it's social anxiety in terms of, being vulnerable, Like, you can be very outgoing and stuff like that, but still, like, have a bit of fear of vulnerability, like, you know what I mean? Like, deep emotional, like, revealing your emotion, you know what I mean? Alright, guys, so I'm gonna hop off, I have to get ready, but again, I'll probably go live from my car later. So, you guys will see me then. Hopefully, if my phone can charge up, I'm gonna turn it off so it can charge faster. But I'll see you guys again soon if you're very welcome, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.